This diary will contain all the topics for network theory. So please listen and see carefully. All the best. So now we will see the topic number 57. That is what? That is the locus diagram. So let us see what do we exactly do. See, this is not a topic, any standard topic in books, but some questions were asked from this topic, so I am taking this. So in locus diagram, what is the main thing that we should observe is, see, let us see one problem first. Okay, and there's a nice problem. Okay, so just remember your phasors should be very, very strong. So please watch those videos. So this is R, this is, let us say, inductor. The voltage drop across resistance is this, and this is the voltage drop across the L. And let me say this is voltage phasor and this is I phasor. Okay, and obviously these are also phasors. Okay, so now what I mean to say is that now let us the question is, draw the phasor for this given circuit. Okay, so we have to draw the phasor. So we know that this is an inductive circuit, and when we apply, if we apply the KVL in this circuit, see, if any time if it is asked to draw the phasor of a given circuit, then only one thing you should remember, that you should first apply KVL or KCL, so that you could write down one equation. So we can easily write down the KVL. V phasor is equal to I phasor, or if you are writing in this fashion, okay, I bar R plus JXL. Okay, so this will be J I bar XL. Okay, so already the voltages are given to us, so it will be VR plus VL. Okay, so this is the phasor, that is the total voltage is the phasor sum of the voltage drop across resistance and the voltage drop across the inductor. Okay, so now what we have to do is, see, now we will draw the phasor. It's simple. See, while drawing phasors, just always remember to take the reference that phasor which is same for every element. See, this is not a standard, you can take other also, but this is good practice. So so this is I phasor, so this is flowing in a circuit. Okay, so now I have, see, this is same for every element. So okay, I can easily draw the phasor equivalent. So I bar I have taken as reference phasor. Okay, so now I know that my V phasor is I bar R drop. See, I bar, if I multiplied by some value R, so it will become, this phasor will increase in length, and this will be my VR phasor. Okay, I hope you understand this much thing. Now what I am trying to say is, see, now what I have to add in this phasor, this is this, I have to add this phasor I bar XL, and there is a J, and I have told you the quality of J operator, that it shifts the phasor 90 degree anti-clockwise. So I have to add I bar XL. So I will add I bar XL in this phasor, so it will come out like this. So this is my VL phasor. Okay, and now the sum of these two phasors is, what is the total voltage, that is the supply voltage. So this is my V. So this will be the what? This will be the circuit diagram, sorry, the phasor representation for this network. Okay, see, don't go on the magnitudes. You just have to you should have idea that the phasor would look like this. Okay, so this is the general approach. Okay, so for a given frequency, the phasor is as shown. Now see, now what is the locus diagram? The variation of a particular phasor with respect to any circuit parameter such as RL or C is known as locus diagram. That is, if I want to ask you that draw the locus diagram of VL, that is how the VL and with respect to R, that is if I vary the R in this circuit, how will my this phasor vary. Okay, and that is the logic behind the locus diagram, that is the field of logic diagram. Now we will see one question to understand it in better detail. So this is the question. So I have told you what basically our objective in locus diagram is. Locus diagram is the variation of a particular phase. So here which phasor we are asked to plot, that is current. So it is the variation of the particular phasor with respect to variation in any circuit parameters. Okay, so you just now see me carefully what I am doing. See, you just write, see what will be I bar, I phasor, that is Vm at an angle 0 divided by R plus j omega L. Okay, so I hope, okay, if you have not studied till yet the polar plots in control systems, so we will take that in control system, but it is somewhat, you could get a feel that it is somewhat feeling like that only. Okay, so now, so see what is the locus plane. So locus plane is, this is 0 degree, this is what, minus 90 degree, this is minus 180 degree, and this is our, what it will be our minus 270 degree. So this is one complete rotation, and we 360 degree will be again here only. So so here, that is, we are rotating in clockwise direction. Okay, so now see, our procedure is, see, we will write the expression for the phasor whose locus diagram we have to be seen. So here it is asked to plot the current locus diagram. First A option is that we have to plot it with respect when R is variable, that is only when R is varying. Okay, so now what I will write is, see, you write this expression in a more better way, that is, see, you can write it in this expression Vm at an angle 0. This you can easily write it in angular form at an angle tan inverse omega L by R. Okay, so these are both in division, so you can also write them as Vm upon under root R square plus omega L square at an angle minus tan inverse omega L by R. So this is our final expression for I phasor. Okay, so now this is our final expression for I phasor. So now what you have to do is, see, and this is our locus plane. So now it is asked how this I phasor will vary with respect to R. See, now this R is varied. So see, what you have to do is, R is always varied from 0 to infinity. Okay, any parameter that is asked, that is variable, is varied from 0 to infinity. Okay, so first we will put R is equal to 0 in above expression. So what I will get, I will get Vm upon omega L at an angle, what, it will be tan inverse omega L by R. R is 0, that is minus tan inverse infinity. Tan inverse infinity is 90 degrees. So I will get this. So at R is equal to 0, it will vary in this fashion. The value of I phasor will be this. At R is equal to infinity, what will happen? Something upon infinity will come out to be 0. Okay, and angle will be minus tan inverse infinity. Minus tan inverse 1 upon infinity will be 0. So tan inverse 0 is 0. So 0 at an angle 0. So at R is equal to infinity, the value is this. Now we can take one more value of R to get a better idea of plot, that is omega L, because they are cancelling. So it will be what? Here it will be Vm by root 2 R. Magnitude will be this thing at an angle. Minus tan inverse 1 is minus 45 degrees. So I have got these 3 points where R is 0, when R is infinity, when R is omega L, the value of I phasor is this. So see, so if you are not aware of, so you can start, see how you have to start. See here, at R is equal to 0, it is starting with at an angle minus 90, and the value is Vm by omega L. So Vm by omega L, this is at an angle 90. So the phasor is starting from this side. Okay, now at r is equal to 0. Now at r is equal to infinity, it is 0 at an angle 0. So it is going in towards 0 degree angle. So it is going towards this line. Okay, and in between it has some angle as angle 45 degrees also. So that is minus 45 degrees. So from that we can say that it is in this side of this minus 90 degrees, because 0 minus 45 minus 90. So my plot will be something like this. Okay, so Vm by omega, and at this will be at r is equal to 0, and this will be at r is equal to infinity. So that is how you have to get the idea. Okay, similarly now we will see the plotting with when L is variable. Now let us see what happens when L varies from 0 to infinity. Okay, so when L is equal to 0, now put here, so what you will get, Vm by r at an angle minus tan inverse 0, that will be at an angle 0 degree. At L is equal to infinity, what the value will be, this will be 0 at an angle minus tan inverse infinity will be minus 90 degrees. Okay, so at L is equal to, we can take what, r by omega, yes, r by omega, then we can cancel out. So r by omega, so my value will come out to be what, it will be Vm by root 2r. Okay, at an angle, this will be minus 45 degrees. Okay, so I got that this will start from at an angle 0 axis. Okay, and it will go towards minus 90 degrees with in between there will be some angle in minus 45 degrees. So okay, so it will start from something like here and it will move in this fashion. Okay, so that is how you do this. This will be starting value will be Vm by r, and here L is equal to 0, here L is equal to infinity. Okay, so this is just a rough idea that the phasor will move in this fashion. So some questions will be asked on this in GATE, those you can do easily if you get this basic idea. Okay, so this is all for the locus diagram, and thank you guys. Please like, share, subscribe my channel. Please visit www.electricaldiaries.in for further clarification. Okay,